Om Sai Ram, children. This is Paati. I have a story for you, and the name of the story is The Rolling Pin's Great Adventure. Tom Krusty's bakery shop was in the main road of a little country town. Every morning, Tom Krusty got up early while everyone else was still asleep to begin baking for his customers. Tom the baker made crusty loaves of bread, crunchy sesame seed rolls, sweet apple pies, and warm vegetable pastries. He used a large mixing bowl to hold all of the ingredients together. Then he used a spoon to stir the mixture, a pastry board, and a rolling pin with which he rolled out the pastry dough. Tom never missed a day's baking and always had delicious smelling food ready for people to buy for their breakfast or for their lunch. One day the rolling pin said to the spoon, the bowl, and the pastry board, "I am tired of rolling pastry every day. I am going to look for a better job somewhere else." The spoon, the bowl, and the pastry board stared at the rolling pin in surprise. "It is dangerous out there in the world. Stay here where it's safe, in Tom Krusty's bakery." But the rolling pin would not listen. That evening, when everyone was fast asleep, the rolling pin slipped out through an open window and rolled across the footpath, over the road, and into the countryside. I'm free, he cried, as he merrily rolled along through the paddocks of soft green grass. Suddenly he spotted a group of people sitting near a river. They were going to camp in a tent overnight, after cooking a meal on the campfire. "This looks interesting," said the rolling pin. "I will go closer and watch them." As he came closer to the campers, one of them turned around, searching for a piece of wood to put in the fire. "Oh, look!" the camper exclaimed. "I found a good piece of wood to burn." And he tried to grab the rolling pin. "Oh, no you don't," yelled the rolling pin in alarm. "I don't want to end up as a piece of charcoal." Saying this, he rolled away from the campers as fast as he could. "Phew," he said to himself, "that was a lucky escape." So the rolling pin quickly continued on through the countryside until he came to a road. "I wonder what is on the other side," he thought, and he began to roll out across the road. This was long before cars were invented, and halfway across he heard horses galloping closer and closer, pulling a cart. The rolling pin just made it to the other side before he was hit. "I could have been smashed to pieces," he cried in dismay, rolling away far into the distance. After a while he came to a farmhouse and peeped inside the open door, where he saw a farmer and his wife sitting at the kitchen table. When the farmer saw the rolling pin, he said, "Here is a fine piece of wood. I could use it to smash the wheat." In those days, there were no farm machines to separate the grain from the stalks. The rolling pin sped away at top speed, yelling in fright, "I will be covered in bruises, smashing all the wheat." By now the rolling pin realized that it was too dangerous for him to be out in the world, so he rolled all the way back home to Tom Krusty's bakery shop, just in time to start work. He said, "This is where I belong. Rolling pastry here is what I do best. It is a nice and warm and safe place for me to live." So the lesson here is that we have to understand that it is best to be content with who you are and to feel happy with yourself. We need to know that we are valuable to the people around us. And we need to learn how to be satisfied with our life and always try to do our best, both at home and at school. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.